This video is all about rounding numbers. If you follow the rule in red at the bottom, it works every time. Underline the digit you're rounding to and then circle the digit which is called the decider. It's the one to the right of the one that you're rounding. Rounding to the nearest 10. Here we're going to round 326. So underline the digit that you're rounding to, which is the tens digit. Circle the one next to it on the right, which we call the decider. The rule is, if this digit is 5 or above, you round up. If it's less than 5, you round down. So here, because it's a 6, we're going to round up. We get 330. Notice that the nearest 10 has got 1 0 on the end. Your answer should have at least 1 0 on the end. Moving on to rounding to the nearest 100. Here, underline the hundreds column. We have a 2. And circle the decider. The decider's a 6. This digit on the end, the units digit, doesn't influence our decision at all. If you want to, you can just lightly cross it off so that it doesn't distract you. So, doing our rounding, our decider is a 6, we round up. So we round up to 4,300. Notice 2 zeros on the end. We're rounding to the nearest hundreds. You should have at least 2 zeros on the end. Same rule again for the nearest 1,000. Underline the thousands digit, circle your decider. I'm just going to cross off these 2 on the end so they don't distract me. Again, I'm going to round up. So here we'll have 38,000 with 3 zeros on the end. And we've got 3 zeros on the end of 1,000. Moving on to decimals, these aren't any harder. Just make sure you follow the same rule. So underline your tenths column, circle your decider. Here we're going to round down, so the answer would be 379.8. You can put the 0 on the end if you like, or you can leave it. It doesn't affect the value of the number, so it's not necessary to have it. Moving on to the nearest 100th. Here's our 100th column. We have a 2. Let's circle our decider, the next column along. It's a 5. Because it's a 5, we round up. So this number will become 67.13. You can put a 0 on the end if you wish, but you don't need to. The final one is rounding to the nearest whole number. You hear this quite often. All it means is rounding to the nearest unit. So the column we underline here is the units. Circle your decider, make your decision. Here we're going to round up because it's 5 or more. So we've got 393. And that will give us the number rounded to the nearest whole number. So just recapping, remember this. Underline the digit you are rounding to and then circle the decider. If it's 5 or more, you round up. If it's less than 5, you round down. And that should be applicable to any kind of rounding at all.